Samantha from Jessima Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you how to create a cute pair of fish themed earrings from polymer clay. Now to start off with, I am going to be using Primo Pearl White Polymer Clay, and I'm just giving that piece of clay a burnish. This clay is also roughly 1mm thick, and I'm going to be creating a semi enamel based pair of earrings today, so I'm going for that effect. So I've got two cutters of choice. One is going to be the back side of the pendant, and then this is going to sit on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out that from the clay, and this is sitting on a piece of paper because so it will stick to the cutter. If you don't want that, you can always have it on a piece of paper, but I don't want it to distort. Oh, I think it'll be okay. Let me do that. But yeah, I'm going to be making some little enamel themed earrings today. And so to start off with, I'm going to be making the base and incorporating liquid clay in to give it that enamel-y look. And feel free to use any cutters and any silkscreen you want. I'm going with a certain theme today, but the effects that I'm showing can be applied to any pattern really. Okay. And there we go. Once you've got two of each shape, you can just pull this up and put that back into your package, as you don't want to waste clay. And then I'm going to be using Sculpey White liquid clay. And I'm just going to take that, and actually before I apply that to the clay, I want to get it off the tile because it's going to be sticky once you apply the liquid clay. So I'll just bring over a piece of paper, have that sitting to the side ready to go, and then just gently nip that off, run along the sides to just smooth it out, and then apply it to the paper. Okay, and there we go. I've got them now on a piece of paper. And just make sure they're all nice and centered. Then you're going to grab that liquid clay that I was talking about, and you're just going to apply a bit of that to each one. Okay, and that should be enough for the one. Everything I do with the one, you would do with the other. Just take that liquid clay and brush it out to the edges. And you don't need a super thick coat, just enough to cover the piece. And this is going to give you that kind of enamel-y effect. You could use just white polymer clay if you want, but it won't have that liquid effect after it's been baked. So that's why I'm applying the liquid clay. Then you're going to go ahead and you will do that with each of these pieces. Just apply the liquid clay. Then you're going to take these, let them sit for about 5 minutes just for the liquid clay to level itself out, and then you're going to pop them into the oven for about 40 minutes at Primo's recommended temperature. And this should be the only bake that we need to do. I might do a second bake later, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the only one, and it will be the longest one. So definitely bake them for at least 40 minutes to fully set that clay. And here is how they should look once they're completely baked. They should be flexible, so don't be surprised if that's the case. And for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the two larger pieces off to the side, and we're going to focus on these two. Now, I'm going to be using this little silkscreen here. Again, feel free to use any pattern you want. If you're interested in this one, it is my number 129 design. I have it on my Etsy store, Jessima Design, and there'll be a link in the description below. And what we're going to be using is we're going to be using blue acrylic paint, some translucent liquid clay, and then also some pastels. And let me just bring those over. Here is what the brand is. I really like this one. I've had this one for many years. It's lasted me a very long time. And these are the colours. And I'm going to be working with this one. Alright, and so what I'm going to do, let me put this to the side, and I'll only work with one of these at a time. These Silkscreens have a sticky backing. So you're going to take that and you're going to pull it off the backing. And because it's sticky, it means that you can work with it to a degree on designs that have been baked. So I'm just going to pop that down and smooth it thoroughly down onto that pendant piece. And it might stick to the surrounding area, but that's okay. I actually will encourage that so that it's got a nice secure finish. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of blue acrylic paint. And I'm going to pop that down. I don't really want to apply it directly because I find that it puddles through the screen if I do that. Whereas if I go in with my finger and apply it, I can manage how much paint is on the piece and where I'm applying it. Okay, I'll just apply this like so, and everything I'm doing here repeat with the other small piece. And then I'm going to take this and I just try to lift that up. Oh, and it did come up nice there, but it ended up peeling back over. I'm going to quickly clean the Silkscreen and do that again. Okay, so I have cleaned off this one over here because we did get paint on that. And one moment. All you're going to do to clean it off is you can either dip it into some water or you can just use a baby wipe to give it a clean. You're probably going to end up with a little bit of a blue tint, but that's perfectly fine. And what I have done is I've taken these and I've applied double-sided tape to the back of them so that they stick to the tile, and that should prevent the piece coming up with the Silkscreen, because the pattern came out really nice. It's just that the pendant came back and almost bounced into the Silkscreen, which ended up creating a situation where it double printed. So I've just got that Silkscreen again, sticking it down, making sure everything is in place. And I'm again just going to do the same thing as before. Grab that paint, place that down, and you're going to apply the paint. Just give it a dab and apply a small amount to the Silkscreen. You don't want too much because the Silkscreen does not stick to baked clay as well as it does raw clay. It will stick well enough, but if you apply a lot of paint, sometimes it will bleed under the Silkscreen. So definitely apply a small-ish amount. Then pick that up and peel up. Okay. Then you can grab a pair of tweezers or any kind of tool you want and just use that to just go around the edges to kind of scrape off the paint that bled over the edges, because that does happen. And if you wanted a cleaner look, you can also do this on just regular clay rather than the liquid clay. The liquid clay gives it a little bit of a unique effect. For any areas where it did bleed a little, I'll take the tweezers and just gently kind of scratch away that paint. And I'll also kind of want to do this because it will give an old pottery kind of look. There we go. But it should be pretty clean anyway. And let me get rid of that out of the way. Okay, and this I'm going to pop to the side and just pick that up, and you can see a double-sided tape over here. You're just going to peel that off because you're not going to need that anymore. And then you're going to grab that translucent liquid clay I was talking about earlier, and you're just going to place a bit of that down, and you're going to grab a blade and your chalk pastel and just scrape a decent amount of that into the liquid clay, and that's going to colour it. And then just mix that around, incorporating all of that pastel in there so that you colour the liquid clay. There we go. Then bring over the smaller piece or the bigger pieces from earlier, and anything that you feel comfortable applying colour with. I'm going to be using this little makeup applicator. Just apply a little bit to the sides, and then just go and tap around the edges of the piece. And that should apply a nice colour edge to it. And I will do that with the other one as well. Alright, then I'm going to bring over these pieces, which should be dry by now, and I'm just going to hold that, and I'm going to repeat the same process. Just going around the edge and giving it a light shade of colour. And my fingers are a little messy, so I'm trying not to get stains on the inner piece. There we go. And just go over and tap and blend. And there we go. And here are all of the pieces. This is now going to go back in the oven for about 15 minutes to set that light layer of liquid clay. It will also set the paint on these pieces, and then from there I am going to end up sealing them because I'm not completely confident that the pastels isn't going to wear off, even though it is contained in liquid clay. I do just want to give them a seal, and then we're going to string them together. They should end up looking roughly like this once we're done. And here they are out of the oven, and they're not stuck together. I've just taken the liberty of popping them together so that you can see how it's going to look, and I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. Now what I am going to do is I want to just very quickly clean up the sides. And this doesn't need a full-on sand. What I like to do is I like to just take the edge of a craft knife and just very quickly scrape it along the edges, just to clean up any unevenness that might be there. If there's a lot, then you can use some sandpaper, but there's not enough here to warrant going through all of that. Literally, it's as quick as that. And I'm just doing this just to finish it up a bit. And then from there, we're going to varnish it. Alright, I've got them sitting on just a tile that is portable, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of gloss varnish. This is Varathane gloss varnish, but use whichever brand you prefer. Pearl X varnish works as well. And just apply a nice layer of varnish to this so that it seals in those pastels, and to a degree the paint. Though the paint, if it's baked on, should be okay, but I did apply the paint to already baked liquid clay, so it won't be as secure as it usually is when I apply acrylic paint to baked clay, because I wasn't able to burnish it in or anything, so I definitely do want to seal it in this case. Usually I'm not too worried about acrylic paint if it's placed down onto raw clay. Alright, and I think these are only going to need one coat, and that should take about 15 minutes to dry. And then once that is done, we can assemble them. I'm probably going to pop them together with a little shell because these are quite beachy, and you'll see how they look when they're done. Alright, and once these have dried, you're good to assemble them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and I'm going to pop them down on top of each other where I would like them to sit once assembled, so that I can accurately get that drill hole. And you're going to just take this pin drill and you're just going to kind of get leverage on the base piece, then double check that everything is correctly in order, make sure it's hanging correctly, and then drill the whole way through both pieces, and this will line up the hole so that they both sit together in the correct manner. And then just make sure to clear that hole out and give it some extra special attention, because liquid clay doesn't drill particularly cleanly. It's a lot more kind of stretchy, plasticky feeling than regular polymer clay, so just take a little bit of extra time to ream that hole. Then you're going to grab a jump ring and you're just going to assemble the piece like you usually would, with one piece on, second piece on, and then whatever your ear wire of choice is. And that should be all there is to it. Just meet those two up. And now don't worry if they sit a little funky in the beginning. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to kind of adjust to the shape. I'd recommend actually giving it a little bit of a stretch like this to just kind of get them used to their accommodation, for lack of a better word. Here is the other one. And there we go. And that's how you'll get them to kind of lie flat. But yeah, that is just about it for today's tutorial. I do hope you enjoyed. It was a relatively simple one, but I think the results are quite effective. I was going to assemble these with a shell, but I think they look perfectly good on their own, so I skipped the shell. But you could, of course, incorporate more beachy elements if you wanted to. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do consider liking the video and subscribing, as I do videos like this just about every single day. And if you liked the video and would like to support the channel, please do consider becoming a member. There is a join button just below this video where you can become a member of the channel and access exclusive videos that are not available for free on YouTube. Another membership site, which is exactly the same if you prefer, is my Patreon membership. There is a link to that in the description below as well. Both are exactly the same. Either one is greatly appreciated. Another way to support the channel is to check out my Etsy store, where I sell things such as the cutters and the silkscreen that I used in today's video. All of it is handmade and created in the studio, so you'll know where it's coming from. But yeah, that is a great way to support the channel. But yeah, it's just about it. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.